Kלים Perik Lamed Mishnah Aleph, the last Perik in this long Masechta. Klei Zechuchis, we're now going to deal with glass. We had cheres, we had mateches, metals, we then had eitz, wooden kelim, we then had begodim, fabric and leather. And now we're dealing with the last one, glass. Glass, of course, is not Tomei Midoraisa, it's only Tomei Midorabanan. This Mishnah, if you remember, long time ago, the words of these Mishnah actually appear at the beginning of Perik Base. Glass is Mekabel Tomei Midorabanan. The Sugi in Shabbos of Tesvav, Amud Beis and Tezayin, discusses why the Rabbanon were Metamei Zchuchis. There's a machlokes there. This is not the place to be marich on this, but basically glass was considered to be a little bit of an amalgam of the dinim of kli matches and kli cheres. And what the bottom line is that Chazal ended up with a situation where glass actually, although the tumah of glass comes because it's got properties which are similar to glass, properties similar to cheres and properties similar to matches, the end result is that it actually follows the pattern of kli eitz, which is why the Mishnah starts off with the words kli zchuchis peshutein tahirin, just like a kli eitz. If it's poshut, that doesn't have a base kibble, it's tahir. Same with glass. So a kli made out of glass, plain, no kibble, is tahir. Umekablein tamein, with the kibble it becomes tummy. Mishnah carries on, nishbru taru. The only way you can be matayir glass kelim is to smash them. Most Rishonim hold, Machlokes Rishonim, most Rishonim hold actually that you cannot tovel glass in a mikveh. This is Machlokes Rashi and the Rambam, but the halacha is you cannot tovel glass in a mikveh. The Mishnah is now telling us a contrast between glass and matches. If you remember, we had the beginning of Perek Yud Aleph when we dealt with matches. We said there that if you take a matches and you break it and remelt it and form a new kli, it picks up midrabanon the old tumah. We don't have that din, although glass intrinsically gets its tumah because of matras, nevertheless it doesn't have this din. So the Mishnah says, chozav osam and kelim, if you have glass, smash it, and then take the broken pieces and melt them again, and reform them into a kli. Mekabelim tumah mikana haba, they don't pick up tumah yishana, they mekabel tumah as a new kli from now onwards. The Mishnah carries on, a tavla is skutla shel zechuchis tahirin. Tavla is a tray. The skutla is also a form of square dish made out of glass. They're tahor because they are flat, they have no kibble. Im yesh and lazbiz, if they have a small rim, thus rendering them as a kli kibble, then of course they are tummy. But Tanura tells us that these kelim actually have underneath them the stand, the leg, they have one stand in the middle. That stand is formed in the shape of an upside down cup, an upside down bowl. Obviously that upside down bowl was not made to be makabel in it because it's upside down. But we need this for the next case. This tray, this glass tray, which is tahor, is now smashed. And all you're left with is the upside down cup. You can theoretically now turn it upside down and use the little basin underneath as a kli. Says the Mishnah, Shiskid on the Tashmish, even though you've decided to actually be mishtamish in that upside down cup, tahirin, because you've had before, when you change a kli from use A to use B, if the change to use B actually requires a maaseh, actually requires a physical tikkun to the kli, which this does, because you've got lots of broken, jagged pieces of glass at the other end, therefore you wouldn't use it. Even though you decided to use it, it doesn't matter. Tahirin. However, kirtason or shofan b'shupin, if you scrape them or you rub them down with a file, all the jagged pieces of glass, and you decide to use this upside down cup, the stand, as a kli in its own right, as a kli kibble in its own right, then of course, tamein, they pick up tumah as a new kli zchuchis. And coming up in Mitzvah Hashem,